Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and welcome to the X-Admin channel. So in the previous lecture I explained you about the super keyword with a very simple example. So guys, in this lecture I will tell you about the different uses of super keyword in Java. So guys, let us start the session of different uses of super keyword. So guys, the first of all I am going to tell you the definition of the super keyword. So guys, as I explained you in the previous lecture, the super keyword is a reference variable which is used to refer the immediate parent class object, right? So guys, the super keyword is a reference variable which is which refer the immediate parent class object, right? So guys, the super keyword is a reference variable which refer the immediate parent class object. So now guys, we are going to see the different uses of the super keyword. So guys, basically there are the three uses of the super keyword. So guys, the first use of the super keyword is like, uses. Okay, so now guys, we are going to see the different uses of super keyword. So guys, the first use of the super keyword is like it can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable, right? So let me decrease the size of this. Yeah. So guys, the first use of the super keyword is like it can be used to refer the immediate parent class instance variable. Okay, and the second use of the super keyword is like it can be used to invoke the immediate parent class method. So it can be used to invoke or call immediate parent class method, right? So guys, the first use is like it can be used to refer the immediate parent class instance variable, and second use of the super keyword is like it can be used to invoke or call the immediate parent class methods, right? So guys, the third use of the super keyword is like it can be used to invoke the immediate parent class constructor. So guys, with the help of the super we can call a parent class constructor also. So guys, the third use is like super can be used to invoke or call immediate parent class constructor, right? So guys, these are the three uses of the super keyword. The first use is like it can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable. Second use, it can be used to invoke or call immediate parent class method. And third use, it can be used to invoke or call the immediate parent class constructor, right? So now guys, we are going to see a small example to understand the first uses of the super keyword. So guys, the first use says that it can be used to refer the immediate parent class instance variable, right? So guys, for that I am going to use my id to write a program. So guys, I have a package with a demo super, right? Inside this demo super I am going to create a Java class. So guys, let's say I am creating a class with the name A. Okay, now guys, again I am creating another class with the name B. Fine. And now guys, I have a two class A and a class B. So guys, I will extend this class B. So guys, the class B extends class A. It means that guys, here the class B is a child class of class A, and class A is a parent class or a super class. So guys, all the properties and the methods will go directly to the class B. And guys, here I am using the inheritance concept, right? So guys, here the class B is a child class or a subclass, and guys, the class A is a super class or a parent class, right? So guys, inside the class A, I am going to declare and define an instance variable. So let's say I am declaring an instance variable with the int a equals to 7, and inside B class I will define one more instance variable with the name a itself, okay? And here I will assign a value 8. So guys, now I have an instance variable in class A with the name a, and the value is 7. And guys, inside class B I have instance variable with the name a and which has a value of 8. Now guys, inside the class B I am going to create a method. So let's say void show method to display the value, okay? So guys, here, and guys, inside the show method I am going to create a SOP, so system.out.println, right? And now guys, what I will do, after the show method I am going to create a main method here. So let's create a main method with the name public static void main, and inside this let's pass an argument, array argument. So guys, this is the main method, and inside the main method I am going to create the object of the class B. So let's create the object of the class B, obj equals to, and with the help of the new operator. So guys, here the obj is my object of the class B. So guys, with the help of this object I am going to call the show method. So obj dot show method, right? And now guys, I am going to pass the value. So let's say guys, I am passing a value 9 here, and guys, to receive this 9 we have to write an argument to the show method. So here let's say I am defining a local variable with the name a, okay? So now guys, we have a 3 variable with the name a. So guys, inside the class A we have instance variable with the name a and which has a value 7, and inside the B class we have a instance variable with the name a with the value 8, and we have a local variable with the name a, and guys, here I am going to display the value a, okay, right away. So now guys, I have created a class B which is extending a, and here I have defined a show method to display the value of a, and inside this B class I have a main method, and inside the main method I am creating the object of the class B, and with the object I am calling the show method, and here I am passing the value 9. So guys, 9 will receive by the local variable a, and I am going to display the value. So let's compile and let's run this program and let's see the output. So guys, here we can see that we got the output as 9. So guys, here I am passing the value 9. So guys, it is received by the local variable a, and it is directly displaying the value a, that is 9, to our console. So now guys, I want to access the instance variable of this class B. So guys, we know that this keyword is a variable, is a reference variable which refer to the current class. So guys, here the current class is class B. So guys, I want to display the instance variable a value, okay? So guys, what we can do here, so guys, here what I will do, here I will do inside the SOP I will do this dot a. So guys, here this dot a will display the value of the instance variable of the current class, and guys, here the current class is class B. So guys, it is going to display the value of the variable a, right? So let's compile and see the output. So guys, here you can see the output we are getting first as 9 and the second as the 8. The 8 value we are getting is because we are writing this dot a. So guys, here the this dot a means it is referring to the current class instance variable, right? So guys, to access the access the instance variable of the current class, we can take the help of the this keyword, right? And now guys, I am going to take the help of the super keyword to get the value of the instance variable of the class A. So guys, so guys, let's copy this, and guys, let's use the super keyword to access the instance variable of the immediate parent class. And guys, here the immediate parent class of the class B is like class A, and we have a class A, and inside the class A we have instance variable with the name A, in which we have value 7. So guys, with the help of the super keyword, we can access the immediate parent class instance variable. So let's compile and just check the output. So guys, here you can see we are getting the output as 7. So guys, it means that we are able to access the immediate parent class instance variable with the help of the super keyword. So guys, here you can see that we have a value 7 to the class A. So guys, with the help of the super keyword, so guys, this is the first use of the super keyword. So guys, here the first use says that it can be used to refer the immediate parent class instance variable, right? So guys, we have completed this example. So guys, it can be used to refer the immediate parent class instance variable. Okay, and guys, here you can see that we are accessing the immediate parent class instance variable with the help of the super keyword, right? And now guys, I am going to write a program for the second use of the super keyword. So guys, the second use of the super keyword is like it can be used to invoke or call a immediate parent class method. So guys, with the help of the super keyword, we can call immediate parent class methods also. As in the first example, I have shown you how to get an instance variable of the parent class, right, with the help of the super keyword. Now I am going to write an example to show you how to get or how to call a immediate parent class method. So let's go to our ID, and here guys, I am going to change this class A and class B for this example. Okay, so guys, let's start with the class A. So guys, here we have a class A. So let's remove this variable and let's create a method here. So void m1, and inside the method let's use some SOP part. So let's write a message inside the class A. Okay, so guys, here I have created a method with the name m1 inside our class A, and okay, so now guys, I will go to the class B and I will remove this instance variable for now, and guys, I will keep this the show method as it is, and I will remove the argument of the show method. And I will remove the system.out.println from here. Okay, and guys, in the same way, I will create the object of the class B and I will remove this 9. Okay, so guys, the second use says that it can be used to invoke or call the immediate parent class method. So guys, we have to write an example in which we have to call the parent class method. It means that we have to call the class A method. So guys, inside the main method, I have created the object of the B class, and with the help of that object, I am calling the show method, and inside the show method, I will use the super keyword, and with the super keyword, I will call the m1 method of the class A, right? So guys, let's run this program and let's see the output. So guys, here you can see that we are getting the output as inside the class A. It means that with the help of the super keyword, I am able to call or invoke the parent class method, because guys the m1 method is available inside the class A, and the class A is the super class of class B. So guys, from the class B I am able to call the method of the immediate parent class, it means the class A, by the help of the super keyword, right? So guys, this is a very basic and simple example to make you understand the second use of the super keyword. And guys, the second use of the super keyword says that it can be used to invoke or call immediate parent class method. And guys, here you can see that we are able to call the m1 method with the super keyword, right? And guys, m1 method is inside the class A. So guys, we have completed the use of the second use of the super keyword with a simple example. So 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 so, so now guys, I am left with the third use of the super keyword. And guys, the third use of the super keyword says that the super with the bracket can be used to invoke or call an immediate parent class constructor. It says that with the help of this super we can call or we can invoke the parent class constructor also. So let's go to our ID, and guys, here I will edit this class, the class A and class B, for this example. So guys, let's go to the class A, and inside the class A guys, I am going to remove this method, okay? And inside the class A I am going to create a constructor for this class. So just change this m1. So guys, this is the constructor, and let's write inside the class A constructor. Okay, so guys, let's go to the class B, and in the same way let's create a constructor here. So guys, I have created a constructor, and let's put some SOP part. So let's copy this SOP from class A to the class B. Inside class B constructor, right? So guys, now I have a class A, and class A, inside the class A I have a constructor, okay? And inside the class B I have a default constructor, right? And guys, inside the class B I have a main method, and I have created the object of this. So remove this, okay? So now guys, let's compile and let's check. So guys, here you can see that we are getting the output as inside the class A constructor and inside the class B constructor. So guys, inside the main method, as I created the class B object, it invoked the class B constructor, okay? And guys, after that it invoked the class A constructor, okay? That's why we are getting the output as inside the class A constructor first, and then we are getting inside the class B constructor second. So guys, it means that, so guys, here you can see firstly class A constructor is called, and after that class B constructor is called. And guys, I have not used the super keyword also. Still guys, it is going to call the parent class constructor first, and then after that it is going to call the child class constructor. So guys, here the compiler put the super keyword itself to the child constructor to call a parent class constructor. It means that guys, inside the constructor B, compiler is putting itself the super with here guys, it is putting the super keyword here like this. and guys it is calling the constructor of a class A first, and after that it is invoking or it is calling the constructor B. Okay, so guys let's run this program and let's check that whether we are getting the same output after writing this super keyword here. So let's run this program and okay, and guys you can see that we are getting the same output as the firstly it is displaying inside the class A constructor, and secondly it is displaying inside the class B constructor. It means that guys the compiler is going to put the super keyword by itself if we will not put, right? So guys the firstly the parent class constructor calls, and after that the child class constructor runs, right? So guys in this example we have seen that we can call the immediate parent class constructor also with the help of this super keyword, right? So guys these are the three uses of the super keyword. So guys we have completed this also, right? So guys the first use says that it can be used to refer the immediate parent class instance variable. Second use says that it can be used to invoke or call the immediate parent class method. And the third use says that the super with the bracket can be used to invoke or call the immediate parent class constructor. Okay, so guys these are the three uses of the super keyword, and guys I hope now you are aware of all the uses of the super keyword. And guys still if you have a doubt then you can ask me in the comment box below. So thank you guys and have a nice day, and see you in the next lecture.